Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining. My name is Brandy. Some of you may know me as Live with Liv on Instagram. I do also have a blog at livewithliv.com. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of new videos. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the new Essie Study Tips Collection. This is a Target exclusive collection. It's a 6-piece collection of creams and I think you're all going to love them. When I saw them in Target, I was so surprised at how much I love them. So, alright, let's get to the swatches. Alright you guys, getting right into these beauties. First up we have Doodle the Minimum. This is described as a light gray with blue undertones. This is a gorgeous two-coater that applies like butter, and it's a must-have from this collection. This is one of my faves from this collection. I will also let you guys know, getting into the comparisons, any comparison polishes that have an asterisk next to the polish, that does mean that the polish is available at Beyond Polish. I do have an affiliate code with Beyond Polish. That code is BIV10, so BIV10 for 10% off. All right, getting into these beauties, here we have Essie Cut It Out, Essie Find Me an Oasis, and Essie Blanc. When I first saw Doodle the Minimum, I thought of Essie Find Me an Oasis, and it actually is pretty close. It looks a little bit different here in the video, but they are pretty close. All right, next up here we have Essie Expressie Clock In, Essie Gel Couture Perfect Posture, which is also pretty close, and then Essie Borrowed in Blue, so you can see how those compare. And then moving right along here we have Essie Press Pause, which is pretty gosh darn close, but it's a tad more gray. And then China Glaze T-Rex Appeal and Essie Between the Seats. I did have a request on Instagram for a comparison to that polish, so you can see how those compare. And then here we have China Glaze Live in the Moment, Olive Ave, Cloudy, which you guys, I do have an affiliate code with Olive Ave now. That code is BIV10 for 10% off of the Olive Ave website. And you guys, they do have an amazing fall collection out that I'm going to be reviewing here soon. And then next up here we have OPI Nature Strong Raindrop Expectations, so you can see how those compare. Okay, next up is Study Tips. Study Tips has an absolutely amazing formula. All of these have great formulas, you guys. They're all two-coaters and they're all smooth as butter. Study Tips is described as a navy blue with red undertones, and this is another fave of mine. Getting right into comparisons, here we have Essie Infinity Cool, Essie Expressie Leveled Up, and Essie Bobbing for Baubles, so you can see how those compare. Moving right along, here we have Essie Booties on Broadway, Essie After School Boy Blazer, and Essie Anchor Down, so you can see how those compare. Next up, we have Essie Gel Couture Caviar Bar, Essie Gel Couture High End Note, and Orly Feeling Foxy. And moving right along, I'm having way too much fun talking to the camera about polishes right now. Next up is OPI Less is Norse, OPI Nature Strong Force of Nature, and OPI Midnight Mantra, so you can see how those compare. OPI Less is Norse, Study Tips, and OPI Nature Strong Force of Nature all totally look like they're from the same family. Okay, and then last but not least, here we have Zoya Brett, Orly Midnight Oasis, and OPI Isn't It Grand Avenue, so you can see how those compare. Okay, moving right along. This is the warm mustard yellow cream with red undertones, and this looks like a pencil. So it's called Sharpen Up. This is a gorgeous yellow. It applies in two coats, and it's smooth as butter. Getting right into comparisons, when I first saw this, I was sure this was going to be a dupe for Check Your Baggage by Essie, but it's not. Check Your Baggage is lighter and more yellow. And then here we have Essie Break It Sundown and Essie All or Nothing, so you can see how those compare. Next up, this is Cirque Munchies Essie You Know the Espadrille, which is pretty gosh darn close. And then Essie Buzzworthy Bash, so you can see how those all look next to each other. And then here we have Orly Claim to Fame. Beyond Polish only has one of those left. And then Orly Here Comes the Sun. So Orly, Here Comes the Sun, You Know the Espadrille, and Sharpen Up all look very similar to each other, but I would not necessarily call them dupes. Okay, and then Essie Feeling Wellies is quite a bit lighter. And then I will say maybe the Zoya Honey is a dupe for this polish. But, I mean, you could totally argue with that if you wanted to. But they're very similar. And then OPI Never, Dullest Moment, and OPI Marigolden Hour. So you can see how those compare. Okay, next up is Nail the Grade. Aren't these polish names so cute? I just love the polish names. It all fits together and is just such a fun collection. Okay, so Nail the Grade is a deep burgundy red with blue undertones. This is a 2-coater. And then getting right into comparisons, here we have Essie Drive In and Dine, Essie Swing of Things, and Essie Nailed It. So you can see how those all compare to each other. Then next up, here we have Essie Off the Record, Essie Bold and Bolder from their fall collection, which I absolutely love this polish. And then Essie Bahama Mama, so you can see how those compare. Next up, we have OPI We the Female, China Glaze, Modern Auburn, and Essie Angora Cardi, so you can see how those compare. And then I added OPI Nature Strong Simply Radishing here, and you can see that's quite a bit lighter. Okay, next up we have the green. And you know what? Essie had a mushroom brown in the fall collection, and now they have an asparagus green. So Homework It is described as a muted asparagus green with yellow undertones. And this is probably my least favorite from the collection. I don't love the yellow undertones in this one, but it does have an absolutely fabulous formula if you guys like these colors. Okay, and getting right into comparisons, here we have Essie Cacti on the Prize, Cirque Colors Tumbleweed, and Essie Win Me Over, so you can see how those compare. And then moving right along, here we have Orly Artist Garden, OPI This Isn't Greenland, and Essie My Happy Base. And then next up, here we have Essie Expressy Speed of Life, Essie Piece of Work, and Essie Expressy Taxi Hopping. And then last but not least, we have OPI Ochre the Moon from their fall collection, Essie Natural Connection, and OPI Paradise, and then OPI Paradise Cove, so you can see how those compare. All right, and last but not least, another fave from this collection. I love this pink. It's so pretty. I don't know. I just love it. It's described as an eraser pink with blue undertones, and it totally looks like an eraser pink. So, apparently, I love eraser pink. Either way, it has a fabulous formula, super easy to apply, and I feel like it's a must-have pink. You probably have a dupe, maybe, but I feel like it's a must-have. Getting right into comparisons. Here we have Essie Lounge Lover, Essie Pin Me Pink, and Essie Deli Dance. And when I first saw extra credit, I thought Essie Pin Me Pink was going to be a dupe, but it's not. Next up, here we have Essie Castaway. These, I'm throwing out some oldies but goodies here. Essie Cascade Cool and Essie Backseat Besties, and those are all quite a bit more cool toned. Next up, we have OPI Susie Is My Avatar, Zoya Brandy, spelled with an I. Beyond Polish sent me this polish, so thank you, Beyond Polish. Nobody ever spells my name with an I, but it is spelled with an I. Okay, and then OPI Racing for Pink, so you can see how those compare. Next up, we have Essie Throw in the Towel, Essie Lovey Dovey, and Essie Love Yourself to Pieces. You guys were almost finished, I promise. And then Essie Everything's Rosy, Zoya Polly, and Zoya Ella. And then last but not least, we have Essie Flying Solo, Essie Ice Cream and Shout, and Essie Gel Couture Gallery Glam. And I would say that Gallery Glam is probably the closest of all of these, and it's pretty gosh darn close. Alright guys, so what did you think of this collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and then stay tuned. I have so many more fall videos coming for you. I have Zoya, I have Olive Ave, and I'm sure I'm going to have more. Alright, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing week. Love you all. Bye!